adventurers, and welcome to our channel. Today we are really excited because we got our 200 watt solar panel kit from Renogy. We bought this specifically for our truck so we can do a little bit of longer trips, see how long we can get, and we just started with the 200 watt. We weren't quite sure how much we actually wanted, but this kit is nice because you can buy another solar panel and kind of upgrade as you go. So we just started with the 200 watts and let's see how we get. So let's start unboxing the two panels and the whole kit and see what we have inside. Oh. Cut this bad boy apart. Well, we know the box is good. That's for sure.
If the panels were as good as the box, it would be amazing.
It will be good. It's like, no, turn the... Oh my goodness. It's like it doesn't want us to get in. Let's see how this goes. Here are our two 100 watt solar panels, finally. I think they're about 15 pounds each, so they're fairly heavy, and it should have came with some Z brackets and the proper cables and everything. So let's kind of take it apart, and hopefully they gave it to us. Okay, these are apart. Here's our first solar panel. Oh, awesome. 100 watts, Renogy. I'm gonna set this here for now so I can get to the hardware. We're gonna mount these on the top of the roof on the left-hand side. Right, currently we have a canoe that goes on this side, so we got the 200 watts for the left side, and built actually another little extension of our shelf, so we'll hold them nicely. Alright, and now we open this part up here, and we have our cables to attach the solar panels to each other. And I think this must be, let's open it, but I'm assuming it's the 30 amp charge controller that comes with this specific starter bundle kit. Get my little scissors out again. For a minute I was kind of worried the way they packaged us that we didn't get all the stuff, but they had it all packaged in nice and neat. These are the Z brackets. This is what we'll be mounting the solar panels to onto our roof racks. All of these here, Renogy brand, all the specific hardware that is needed, which we will go through and show you how to install. So the hardware are all in that box. This here is the, yeah, we don't really need that. This is the instruction booklet for the 30 amp charge controller, which looks like, this is it right here. So let's open this up. Sweet. Got the solar amp, or solar charge controller, Wanderer. Put it back there. Also gave us some nice stickers. If you want to decorate. I don't know. I don't think we're using those. These are some more, these look like the battery cables here to attach. And some more connectors. So now that we have it all laid out, this one's upside down, we will get to the installation. So follow us along if you want to see us install it on the truck. Okay, so now that we have our solar panels all flipped, we're actually going to add our mounting brackets down here first. We're going to mount it right now like this, just so we can mount it to the truck. So we have our bolt and we have our washer, like so. This is already put in and installed. So bolt washer, I'm going to feed it through the bottom. I'm going to put another washer over top. Add our lock washer. And then I'm going to add the nut. I'm just going to tighten it on first. As tight as I can get it. Now it's spinning a bit, so I have a 10mm wrench here. I'll just attach to the head like this. And our 10mm ratchet. And I'll make sure it's nice and straight. And tighten that on. Just like so. Nice and tight. We will add the other ones and then we will show you on the roof. So now we're going to mount our little solar panels onto our roof racks. Tighten these up a little more. Okay, so now we are connecting our two solar panels together in a parallel series, and Renogy gave us connectors in the kit that we got. I think every kit gets them, but anyway, so the two negatives are going to go together into this connector, and it only fits one way, so they just snap together. And now the two positives will sit into the other connector right here, and they just snap in like so. Oops, sorry, that was the other wire. Just like so. So now both of our panels are connected. So now we also have the other lines right here, and this is going to plug into the solar panels and it's going to go right to our charge controller. So once again, super easy. They just snap into the designated spot here, like so. And right here. And now we're going to run this, find a spot to drill it in so we can get it inside the truck and attach it to our charge controller. So we picked our location to drill through for our cables for the solar panels to come into the charge controller. So we're just going to drill in there right now.
You're through.
Am I through?
Yeah.
Yay! So now we're gonna feed these wires through to our our charge controller through this little hole here.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Put a piece of tape on the positive, so hopefully that doesn't rub off, and then we're starting from square one.
Oh my god, now what course is going to hit because I'm on an angle.
Get it in. There we go. Is that the positive? Okay, positive.
You got it?
Just hit on there. So now we're going to install our charge controller where we want our battery bank to be, and our battery bank is actually under here. So I already have it marked out. So let's drill this in onto or underneath our
Trap door, whatever.
Yeah, trap door or hatch. Okay, so let's install this guy right about there. And you need about 6 inches of clearance for the wire, so we're just installing a little bit higher. There. All right. Oh, it came in at an angle. So now we have our battery connectors. We're going to run these together so we can link our batteries in a series. So we'll just add these to our batteries now. I'm going to start with the negative and the negative. Here and to here. And I just need to screw these on. Start with just the one. That's it nice and tight. Like so. And I'm going to take my other one and I'm going to run it from positive to positive. Like here. And like so. And I'm going to screw this other side on here. And now both of our batteries should be connected together. So our batteries are both the deep cycle. Each of our batteries are 120 amp hours. So which gives us 240 amp hours, but only half of that will be usable. So now we're going to add on to the charge controller. So now we're going to run our battery cables from the from our batteries to the charge controller, and then we will attach the solar right after. Not first. Make sure you put the battery on first, and then you do the solar part next. So now we're just undoing our little screws, and this is what we're going to put into for our battery coming from our battery cables coming from the battery to the charge controller. I'm going to take these screws right out so we can add these in. And then we can put the wire in. We have our battery connector that's going to go from our battery to our charge controller. So that we took the screws out. Now we will just add in here into the little hole like so. And then we're going to add this screw right back in. I'm going to start with the negative so we don't have any sparks going on. And we'll just tighten that in. Oopsie. I got it on a little bit of an angle. Let's just fix that up first. Well, there goes that screw. I'll go hunting for that in a minute. I knew that was going to happen. And like so. And you just jam the wire in. And screw sorry. So now this is attached to the charge controller. We're going to attach this to the negative first to make sure that we have the right one. So this is going to go right on the negative terminal on your battery. I'm going to put it down here. Clean up some of these wires later. And that's going to go on here, and then I'm just going to screw it on now with both of these attached. Oops. Try it again. All right. Negative is connected. So now we're going to do the exact same thing, but with the positive wire instead. So here's the positive. They come with the little tips. We're just going to pull that off. There's my screw. So let's attach this and not let anything touch. And I'm going to jam it up again in a spot. We got our screw. And make sure you don't reverse it and do the solar first, because that could fry your charge controller. So add the batteries on first, and then we'll hook up our solar panels next. So now we have them both connected, so I'm just going to give a little tug to make sure they're nicely connected in here, and everything feels pretty good. So now I'm going to connect this to the positive part of our battery. Like this. I'm not going to touch anything else, hopefully. I'm just going to go here. And now I'm just going to screw this on as well. All right, both batteries are connected. Connected to each other as well as connected to the charge controller. As you can see, our lights are now lighting up, showing that our battery is connected. And we also have the green light because we have the sealed lead acid batteries. So this should stay green, but if you have different batteries, you can change it. You just hold this down for 7 seconds, and then it'll allow you to change it depending on what you like, and then you leave it to that one. But ours are green, so we're gonna leave that as it is. So now we're gonna hook up our solar panels, see how it works. So now we're about to do the solar panels and install them. So I'm gonna loosen off the next 2 screws. You don't actually have to take them all the way out, is what I had found. So I'm just gonna keep on doing that so we can attach the solar panels. The best part about this system, it is super easy. Like, we've never done solar before, so it is super easy to follow the Renogy kits, which we're very happy about. So all right, these are loosened off. Now I'm gonna add the solar panel. This is our negative wire. I'm just gonna double check that is negative. So now we're gonna slip it into the negative once again. And put it up. And we will tighten it back in. Like so. Nice and tight. Give it a little tug. We're firmly in. So now we will attach the positive, and after this, we should have solar panels or solar power. There we go. All right, here we go. This goes in here. Oops. I probably should be touching that, but I'm gonna shove that in. Oh, as the light is already flashing, saying we have solar coming in. Just tighten it up really good. Nice and tight, give it a tug, and voila. So now we have our charge controller all hooked up. It is hooked up to the solar panels, and you can see right here, it is flashing. So that means there is solar coming in, which is great, except so we don't quite know how much power is actually coming in and how much we're going to be using. So in here, we actually have our brand new battery monitor, which we will be installing. This was about the mid-range battery monitor that we got. It's going to tell us our battery percentage that we have left. It's going to tell us how many volts, the power coming in and the power coming out. So if you're interested, we're probably going to be doing that for our next video. So please like and subscribe and follow along. As you can see, we're like 90% done. The truck build itself, just a little bit more electronics. So we're actually also thinking of doing a DC to DC charger too. If any of that interests you, please like, subscribe, comment. That would be very cool. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a good day.